What's going on? Welcome to the Huddle, and yes, it has been a little while. I did come off a motorbike recently, copped a few injuries, dislocated my thumb and finger, so this video is not going to be like the normal video with all the graphics, but I still wanted to make a video to have a chat about how the team has gone over the last couple of rounds, and also look at the trades leading into round 18, and then get some thoughts on the final team for the run home. So looking back at round 16, a couple of rounds ago, it was the week where Damien Cook went absolutely massive. Ryan James was 1 point short of turning up, he still went massive, and the captain choice, Gerbo, got 85, doubled that up to 170. It was a solid week. It was actually the Huddle's best score of the season so far. We scored, let's just see down here, 1,216 points altogether. And looking at the team history, you can see here, round 16, 1,216 points. Looking at the round position, it was the Huddle's best round of the year, 790th for that round. And going from around 1500, we cut that in half to 744th, so it was great to be achieving our goal of the top 1000. But let's have a look at last week, that bye round, round 17. So here's round 17, I looped Cam Smith like a lot of you did, got 208 points out of him. My first trade, I traded in Remus Smith here. He only got 25 points, so that was a bit of a letdown. I got rid of Katoa from the Sharks for him, so freed up a little bit of cash, but I was really hoping for more points from Smith. And with the likes of Kikau here, you can see my opponent had him. And also Croker. Croker went absolutely massive. I needed to chase some points because Sean Johnson had an absolute shocker. Pengai only got 42. Will Hopewade only got 36. And Brimson, that's okay for a half, 33 points. But really, my rank was going to take a massive hit if I didn't make another trade. And I thought I'll get rid of Paseka for Stags. Last minute trade. And Stags, I didn't know too much about Stags, but he absolutely went massive in 20 to 25 minutes or whatever he was out there for. He set up a try and then absolutely just pushed an opponent off and scored a try for himself. So 68 points in that short amount of time is awesome, but it was a bit of a shame to see him get concussed there. He could have gone absolutely massive. He may have even matched Reece Martin's ridiculous 153 points. If we scroll down, we can see that the total score for round 17, right down the bottom, was 817 points, and I thought my ranking of 744 was going to take a massive hit because there were some huge scores out there this week. Let's go back, have a look here in the history. Round 17, 817 points. It was a round ranking of around 23,000, and I was pretty surprised we did fall outside the top 1,000, which was a bit of a shame. We only got to stay inside our goal for one round, but 134 positions outside of the top 1,000 is not too bad because there were some huge scores that round. So that's where we're at the moment, 1,134. There's still 8 rounds to go. Remember, there's 25 rounds this year, so hopefully with some good captain choices and selecting the right starting 17, we can get back inside the top 1k. So let me know how your team's going so far. How's your overall ranking going? How are you going in your head-to-head league? Let's go now and have a look at how the team's looking and look at making some trades for round 18. So here's the team for round 18 so far. Now, before we look at some trades, bringing in Stags got me some decent points there, but it created a bit of a logjam in my second row. I traded out Paseka, who was in my front row, moved TPJ up from my second row to get Stags in there to the second row. Now you can see I've got no dual position players here, so if I want to trade out a Pengai Jr. for the likes of Arrow, I'm not going to be able to do it because I can't move anyone up there. So this week, the first trade I'm looking at doing is going Tohu Harris to Jai Arrow, so let's go ahead and do that now. We'll bring in Jai Arrow. Complete that trade. So after making that trade, we've got 55k in the bank and 6 trades remaining. And we've traded in Jai Arrow. Definitely want him in my starting 17. Now he is named back up from Origin. And if you haven't already, make sure you go and follow Wacko's Whispers and NRL SUPERCOACH Talk on Twitter because Wacko's Whispers brings out great late mail, great information. It looks like Jai Arrow will be backing up. But there is some doubt over the Rabbitohs players like Damien Cook. He might not back up. And also, Teddy is not looking likely to back up from Origin. He has been confirmed by Wacko Whispers to be out, but also make sure you're checking those team lists released 1 hour before the game. So I'm going to take the reserve of Teddy and I'm going to put it on Jai Arrow there. So let me know what you think about this starting 17. If Damien Cook does not back up, I'll probably play Pengai because there is some late word that he might replace Glenn in the second row. I am also thinking about making another trade of downgrading Brimson to Lewis from the Bulldogs. But let me know in the comment section, do you think I should go Lewis or Luai from the Panthers? He looked amazing last week, just busting tackles, great step. But I'm not sure though this week that, the Panthers and Luai are going to have such an impact against the Sharks. But let me know. I'm looking at making a second trade, and the reason I'm looking at making that second trade is to free up cash, because there's word that Ryan Madison, again, Wacko's Whispers, that Ryan Madison might come into the starting 17. Now, this is great news for those who have held on for this long to Ryan Madison, but I'm just not sure if he does play, how many minutes he's going to get, and how his performance is going to be after being off the pitch for so long. But if Madison puts in a great performance, plays his 80 minutes, I will like to bring him next week for probably Hopper Wade, so it'd be great this week to free up some cash. So again, let me know what you think of this starting 17. Keep an eye on the late mail, especially after Origin. There could be some big changes this week. And lastly, I'm thinking of going with Cam Smith as my captain coming up against Manly. He plays Saturday. And VC Cody Walker against the Bulldogs. However, I won't be able to use the loophole as my nuffs of Ellis play the first game. And there is some news that Olive might even come in for Kerrod Holland, who has a shoulder problem. So even if Olive isn't playing, I won't be able to use him to loop, as he's playing in the same game as my vice captain Cody Walker. Another captain choice though, it's very risky, could be Blake Ferguson. If Latrell Mitchell's ruled out and doesn't back up from Origin, Blake Ferguson is the second choice goal kicker there at the Roosters. So versing the Titans, playing fullback with the goal kicking, Fergo could be a decent captain option if you're wanting to chase maybe some points or improve your ranking. Pretty risky, but it might pay off. So all the best with your trades this week. Let me know if you have any questions or any thoughts about your team or my team. There's only 8 rounds to go. I really want to get back inside that top 1,000. Let's hope there isn't too much carnage. Let's hope some of the Origin players back up so we can post a decent score this round. If you haven't already, be sure to follow me on Twitter. I'll post any late trades or changes I make to my team. And also go and follow me on Instagram there at the league Supercoach Huddle. All the best this week. I hope you post a massive score. Let's go.